Hello, fitness friend. I'm Katie Hunt, ACSM personal trainer, and today we're going to do the Super 7 Bodyweight Workout. All you need is something you can step up on, and let's get started. This workout begins with 12 step-ups for your left leg, then we'll switch it on over to the right side. So what you want to do is place your full foot on the step or on the bench, and you're just going to go on and off with that same foot leading over and over for 12 reps. Work at your own tempo, and also keep in mind that if you don't have a step, you could just step forward, back, rather than going up and down. But stepping up onto a platform is a great way to really recruit your hamstrings and your glutes and fire your quads. So I've switched sides. I'm working on the right side. Hopefully you are too. 12 reps on the right side, and then we'll move on. If you end up working at a lightning fast pace, you're going to find that you're landing on the balls of your feet rather than placing your full foot on the bench like I mentioned at the beginning. But if you're just getting started, place that whole foot, take it slow. All right, we're going to move on to 12 single leg Romanian deadlifts. That's what that RDL is. So what you want to do is begin by rooting your right foot into the ground. Sometimes I'll even stomp on the ground a little bit with my right foot. Then you're going to think about your entire body as one unit, and you're going to hinge from your hips, keeping your core braced, keeping your back flat, and keeping that back leg or that leg, your left leg that's lifting up off the ground, keeping it nice and long with the toe pointed down. It's totally fine if you lose your balance a little bit like I just did. All that means to me is that you are finding the limit or your best range of motion. Now, a good question to ask yourself is, how far should I hinge forward? What I want you to do is maintain great awareness with that leg that's rooted into the floor. And as soon as you feel your hamstrings or the muscles in the upper half of the backside of your leg, as soon as you feel them respond and kind of clench or stretch, then I want you to squeeze through those muscles to rise back up. Okay, we missed the switch here, but I have switched over to my left leg, and now I'm working my 12 reps on that side. Hopefully you are too. One more form tip on this exercise is to think about where your gaze is. If you're watching this video closely, you're going to notice that as soon as I start to shift my gaze to being out in front of me a few feet, that's when I'm able to make my range of motion a little bit better and keep my body a little more straight, and also just balance with greater ease. So place your gaze or send your gaze out onto the floor a few feet in front of you. One more tip on form. Notice I placed my fingertips right here on my hip points. That's helping me remind myself that my hip points are pointing forward, and then as I shift my body, then they're pointing down towards the ground. All right, next exercise, we're gonna do T-spine rotations. Meet me on the mat in a high plank position. Check to make sure that your wrists are in line underneath your shoulders, your spine is long, and your feet are separated. Okay, then what we're gonna do is roll the body to one side as you keep the arm that ends up on top, keep it long, and allow the heels to drop to the floor. And then we're gonna alternate sides. Notice as we're doing this, we're keeping our hips lifted and our obliques, those are the muscles that run down the sides of your waist. You're keeping those really strong. That's how you're gonna keep the hips from dropping towards the floor. Also, keep in mind you wanna keep placing your wrist right underneath your shoulder, and as that top arm rises, move slower. It's more challenging that way. And we wanna keep the momentum out of it so we're not swinging and putting our shoulders in a compromising position. Well done. Hop up to your feet with me. We're going to do wing squeezes. So you're going to stand, nice athletic stance, feet about hip distance, knees soft, and then you're just going to send your arms out to the sides with the fingers wide, and then make a fist as you pull the elbows down right next to your waist, slightly behind your body, and really squeeze through your lat muscles and through the backs and through your upper back. Imagine your scapula on each side, like they're gonna come in and they're gonna touch each other. That's how much you're concentrating on squeezing those upper back muscles. Those are your wings. And this is our opportunity to work those muscles without weights. Okay, next thing, let's come on down to the mat. Meet me in a crab position. So turn your fingers to face your feet, bend your legs, starting with your butt resting on the ground and feet hip distance. Really lengthen out your neck. So notice there's a lot of space between my ears and my shoulders. Then what we're gonna do is bend the elbows. Notice nothing else. No other joint is really moving. And I'm gonna do 12 reps, lowering my butt towards the ground and then pressing back up. These are gonna go ultra quick, and we're targeting the backside of your upper arm. All right, up next, 12 reverse crunches. So roll onto your back. Lengthen out your spine, arms at your sides, and then we're gonna raise the knees with bent legs and press the knees and feet together. So even from doing that, you're gonna get a deep abdominal connection. The key to the reverse crunch is to minimize the momentum. We're never swinging our legs. What we're doing is contracting our abdominal muscles, those lower deep muscles, and lifting the hips up off the ground. To make this more challenging, you can do what I've done here and raise the feet, elevate them towards the ceiling. And every time, notice I'm lifting my hips up. Imagine you're gonna push the ceiling away. Okay, next, 12 flexed leg pulses. All right, roll onto your side and bend your legs at 90 degrees. Stack your hips and squeeze your core. Flex the foot on that top leg, and then you're gonna lift it up to the point where you feel some tension on the outer side of the leg and in the hip. And then we're just doing a little pulse 12 times with the foot flexed. And then I'm gonna shift my foot position, point my toe, and do another 12. Fantastic. So we're looking for a little bit of a burn again on that the outside of your leg. Make sure you keep the belly button drawn in. Okay, let's set up on the other side. Rest your head on your arm. I'm keeping my top arm bent with my fingertips in front just for a little extra balance. And then 12 reps with the top foot flexed. Working at whatever height works the best for you. And then we're gonna point the toe and do another 12 reps. As you're doing this, super important, make sure your quads are running parallel. The tendency is for that foot to slide down towards the bottom edge of the mat. All right, guess what? We did it. 7 exercises. You covered every muscle in your body. I hope you had fun, and if you want more free stuff, there's a link in the description of this video where you can get my free Fit Foundations toolbook. It's awesome. Or you can subscribe today to this channel. Just click that little red button, be a subscriber, get all the new stuff first. More than anything, thank you for being here and working out with me. Have an awesome day.